Hey everyone, welcome to the Qualicare Family Home Care YouTube channel. I'm Trevor. This is Teresa.
Hello.
She is the franchise owner for Qualicare of Edmonton East, Fort Saskatchewan, and Sherwood Park. And today we're going to talk to you about invoicing, an alternate funding model in the Edmonton Zone Home Care program. So, a quote from Lewis Walsh says, "I don't want to hang around in a wheelchair in a nursing home. I don't want to be like that." And I can probably, say that most people don't want to hang around in a wheelchair in a care facility because it's not good. I used to, sell into care facilities, and it was, kind of sad sometimes. These, elderly patients would be just sitting in the hallway and nothing to do, and you could see they're mentally declining, or they're calling out in pain or what have you, even if they're just looking for attention. It's very sad. So I know that nobody really wants that for their lives, but if they have someone like you coming in to help them out, improve their quality of life, then I think that's always a good thing. So the Medicaid system currently steers people towards nursing home care.
Yes.
Far more people can be covered in the community-based care programs for significantly less.
Yeah.
That's not such a good thing. They want to push people towards the public care when private care is available.
Yeah.
So a stat from Stats Canada, in 2018 and 19, there were 127,214 unique individual clients who received home care. That's an increase of 4.3% from 2017-18. The expansion of palliative home care services across the province grew by 14%.
Yeah.
And that's from AHS.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, invoicing and elderly care. Where you want to start this conversation?
Well, first of all, many of our elderly people out there, they want to remain independent as long as possible. I mean, that's everybody's wish.
Yeah.
They want to also stay at home to do that. They don't want to be in a facility, and they don't want to be stuck in a hospital. There are services offered by Alberta Healthcare that allow them to remain at home as long as it's safe and as long as it's doable. So invoiced care is a service that's provided to them by Alberta Health Services.
So Teresa, can you tell us a little bit about invoicing? What is invoicing?
Well, invoicing is an alternate method of providing home care support services to people in their homes. And it's available to clients who meet the general eligibility criteria for home care. Home care provides three main categories of services: case management, direct professional services, and support services, such as personal care. Instead of home care contracting with an agency or providing the service directly to the clients, they get the clients to do that for themselves. So clients or their legal representatives can be reimbursed to an authorized amount of hours if they choose to seek out a contracted provider of their own choosing and purchase their own care. So that's huge. And this allows clients to have their care given when they want it given, not when AHS deems for them to have that service come into their homes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
how many people actually know about this?
It is not well known. It's not something that you can just go onto the AHS website and find. It's not there. There is something called self-managed care, and it gives a little bit of an explanation about that. But invoicing is not explained. It's something that you have to ask about, and then it will be brought forward to you, and you will be given more information about that with Alberta Health Services.
Okay.
So an invoicing agreement is a legal contract between AHS and the client or their legal representative.
And who's a legal representative?
So we're talking about a guardian. If someone with dementia cannot legally take care of themselves, somebody is then given the legal right to do that for them.
Like power of attorney.
Yeah,
or something
power
like
of
that.
attorney. That's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Now, when is invoicing appropriate? When can somebody, take advantage of this?
They can do that anytime that home care is deemed to be important and necessary for a client in their home. Under the agreement, AHS will provide that service to them. They will be assessed by the case manager and given a certain amount of hours required to take care of that person in their own home. So it first has to be assessed, and that is all through AHS.
Okay. Now, can you tell me a little bit about some other ways that invoicing might be taking place, like self-management, enhancement of services, all these types of things? Can you go over a little bit of that so we can educate the people who are watching this video as how they can, utilize these funds that are potentially available to them for either caring for themselves or caring for a loved one who is infirm?
Right. So there are a number of different situations where invoicing is very, very appropriate. One of them being empowering self-management. So situations where you desire a greater degree of control for scheduling, like I was talking about before, and directing the staff providing your personal care. So that puts the client in control of their own lives and what they want, and that's really important. It's great for mental health. It's great for physical health. This is all something that I think is a wonderful way of getting the care in your own home. The invoicing option is ideal for those situations where you may not want the degree of responsibility of self-managed care, which we'll talk about later, but desire the benefits of self-management. It's a little more detailed with self-managed care. Enhancement of your current services. So invoicing can be used to top up pre-existing services already in place through your AHS contractors. In house care aids and self-managed care in situations that require care beyond what AHS can arrange with their own resources. AHS, when they come into your home, they will not take care of the house cleaning. They will not prepare meals. Those things you have to get for yourself. And with self-managed care, you can include that in your services when you hire, say, a private outfit to come in and provide that care.
Like yourself?
Yeah, like myself. So those are just a few of the situations. Language and cultural situations are really important too. We're a very diverse population here in Alberta, as well as the rest of Canada. And sometimes it's really important for the client to have someone care for them who is knowledgeable about their language as well as their culture. So with the invoicing program, you're able to hire people who are the same as you culturally, speak your language, and are able to really provide that extra care for you, and you feel much more comfortable with people that are that speak your language.
Yeah, easier to communicate.
Live with your
for
culture,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, and also too, there's different geographic areas around Edmonton that are difficult for AHS to reach. So, given that, if you do the self-managed or the invoicing care route, you are then able to hire your own caregivers within your own community and in those rural areas that are able to come out and see you.
That's
and
excellent.
take care of you. Yes.
Now, who are the people that are eligible for invoicing?
That's a really good question. If you already have home care and require support services, you can contact your case manager to discuss whether or not invoicing is a good option for you. If you're not already on home care, the first step is to get a case manager. And they will come and do a care assessment on you, and they will decide how many hours you are going to require to have that care come into your own home. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, who can be an agreement holder?
An agreement holder is anyone who's going to manage your care. So that could be daughter, a son, a relative, a friend, a very good friend. Those agreement holders will take care of the hiring and bringing in the care to your home. You cannot hire your relatives, however, to do the care. That is something you have to hire without outside of
So they have
family.
to be arm's length, third party
Correct.
company like Qualicares.
Correct.
Okay, awesome. Now, what services are included in invoicing?
All right, so AHS provides the agreement holder with a written authorization to purchase support services privately. Those will be reimbursed. So you would pay up front, they would reimburse you. The level of funds that are reimbursed is based upon that home care needs assessment that we were talking about earlier. Invoicing may only be used to purchase support services. So we're talking about the care, equipment, supplies, and alternative therapies are not eligible expenses for the invoicing program. So those are things that have to come out of your pocket. Clients using the invoicing model have access to professional services though, which are available through the home care office. And those things are things like occupational therapy, social work, physical therapy, and respiratory therapy, and also the dietary services that they have as well through AHS. Those are available as well if required. And they can be accessed by contacting the case manager. They want you to be as independent as possible on these programs, but they are there for your support. So please contact them if you have any questions.
Okay, so you get an assessment, and then the amount of funding that is available is based on the assessment.
Right.
And if there's anything over and above, then that comes out of your pocket or what have you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also any equipment or pieces that you need to improve your home, there are different services for that, which we won't get into here, but those are available for, like grab bars and, raised seats and, walkers and these types of things. There is some help with that as well.
Yeah, and those things are assessed by AHS. They will send in an occupational therapist usually or a physiotherapist. They will assess the safety of the home and the needs of equipment in that home. So that is something that is also something you can request through your case manager, and that will happen.
Exactly. Now, what if your needs change? Let's say you get assessed, but then, either your capacity gets diminished or you injure yourself or whatnot. What goes on from there?
So everybody's needs do change. Especially when you are rehabilitating or if you're in a palliative state where things aren't going to get better and they're actually going to change. What happens is our agreements through the invoicing program, they're signed for a term during which it's always anticipated by AHS that you will have relatively stable needs. However, those needs can change. And so if they do, you have to contact the case manager to then reassess those needs. And if you need more care, those things will be then reassessed and provided to you.
Well, great. Yeah. Now, what are your responsibilities as an agreement holder?
All right, so you have to make decisions about care arrangements. As the agreement holder, you arrange the appropriate services, including directing your care through somebody as a contractual provider, which in my situation, it would be me. So you would then contact me. You would then enter into an agreement with my company or any other company that you choose. And you want to make sure that the company that you do get with are bonded and are insured for your safety, as well as theirs. You require approval from AHS for the chosen care provider, so they would be vetting the care providers that you get. And you also make sure that any concerns are addressed through AHS as well as with that care provider. So it's very, very important that when choosing a care provider, you select somebody who is reliable.
Yeah, reliable, trustworthy,
Yeah.
has experience. like yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so how does somebody answer the question, is invoicing the right option for me? How does somebody answer that question?
Well, if you want to have the responsibility of choosing your own care providers, as well as the flexibility of managing that care, but not really overseeing the employees and staffing concerns, then invoicing is probably a good fit for you. Using the invoicing model, you will be encouraged, like I said before, to be as independent and self-sufficient as possible. But your case manager will be there for you as a resource. So don't hesitate to call them if you have any questions or concerns about what's going on. And if you are considering invoicing, you should discuss that with your case manager, because it is an option that is available to you.
Okay, now what would Qualicare's role be in invoiced care?
Well, we work with people of all ages and their families to ensure the care we give is exactly what the client needs. And every time, and this is 100% of the time, when I go out to see a client, they often do not know what these programs are all about. So I'm there to explain it to them. And it's also really, really crucial that the family's involvement, as well as the client's involvement, is important to the well-being of that client. So it's important that they really take part in planning the care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what can someone do to get started with you in Qualicare?
Well, number one, give us a call, and our phone number is on our website. And I'll tell you, it's 780-328-6655. We'll come to you with a free in-home consultation and provide you that information. Number two, when we get there, we'll give you a care assessment. And we want to know what your typical day looks like and what you want it to look like. Oftentimes, those are two very different things. And we will use our 360-degree method of determining what is probably the best way to go, and see if that fits for you. And then number three, a care plan will be developed specifically for the client and the family, and we can then start you off with the highest quality of care that is out there, and that is Qualicare.
And that's also free of charge. There's no charge for doing that.
No charge at all.
Which is awesome. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, checking us out on the video. I know you received a lot of great information. So if you're in need of care, or you know somebody who's in need of care, please reach out to Teresa at Qualicare. You can also find her on her landing page at qualicare.com/Edmonton-East. And we'll be able to see her landing page, check, give her a call, send an email, and she'll get with you right away. So we'll see you guys on the next video.
See ya.